Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray, and we are here to start a new series, Heated Rivalry. Okay, so of course I have to watch the show. Come on. Now you all know that I'm not a huge fan of sports-related media. Uh, Anybody who's watched my Pit Babe reactions knew exactly how I felt about it because I definitely never shut up about how much I'm not into sports related stuff. And you're probably gonna get more of the same with this one, but hopefully everything, because I've heard nothing but good things about this show. So hopefully everything else will be so overwhelmingly good that I'll forget that I'm watching a sports related show. I say that like I don't have any sports related shows or movies that I like. Of course there are. Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks, classic. Yuri on Ice, classic. Tumbling. If you ever watched Tumbling, I really like Tumbling. Trying to think of any others. I mean, I guess technically Fast and Furious is supposed to be a sports related franchise. I mean, I know they're in space and stuff now, but still. I feel like there's probably some other stuff, but in general, it's not my bag. It's not my bag. But like I said, I've heard nothing but good things. And I'm hoping that the romance is really what we're here for, which is what I'm here for. So, what else do I know about this show? Nothing else. I haven't read the book. I haven't read the original novel. I've never seen either of these two actors in anything else other than this. So we are just going to be watching it fresh. Only thing I know about it is about two rival hockey players who fall in love. Based on the main title. So I am watching this on HBO Max just because that's where they have it in my territory. But I do know, obviously, I know that this was originally or is a Canadian show and on a Canadian like channel or whatever. Crave, I think it is originally. So, okay. Other than that, I don't have anything to say. I don't have any expectations in there going into it, other than we're gonna get some heat and we're gonna get some rivalry. That's about it. So enough of me gabbing about it. Honestly, let's just watch the first episode. I'm gonna try and watch the first couple of episodes at least today. If I really get, caught up, maybe I'll go more than that. I'm on my break right now, so I could theoretically binge this whole show during my break. Just unapologetically watch all 6 episodes. Just so that you know when I'm filming this, it is right after Christmas, which means that the finale just aired like a week or 2 ago, something like that. So I am filming this right after the first season has ended. I do know that the second season, it has been picked up for a second season. Now the question though is there more story to be told? Because I know that it's based off of a book, but I think it's based off of a single book. Like, I don't think it's based off of a book series. So does the first season cover everything in the book, or does only cover some of it? And therefore the second season will cover like the back half of the book or something? Or are we going to be heading into completely brand new territory with the second season? That's the question I have. But it'll be interesting to find out, hey, as long as they can create an convincingly interesting story, then, we're here for the ride. So let's get into it. All right, let's watch episode 1 of Heated Rivalry. Let's go. All right, let's go. Oh, by the way, in between me filming the opening and this, I did look up to see if there were other books in the series, and apparently there's like a whole book series not specifically with these characters, but it's like all shared universe kind of
Ilya
hockey,
Rozanov?
queer hockey player
Shane Hollander. I wanted to introduce myself.
stories. There's 6 books so far.
Oh, I'm not sure you're supposed to smoke here.
I don't think he gives a fuck.
Yes.
It's so awkward and cute at the same time.
You will not be so nice when we beat you.
That's not happening.
All right, start of the rivalry, I
This is
guess.
my final.
2008,
Be
huh?
cold in Saskatchewan, but here at the International Prospect Cup, fans are hoping for something hot on the ice. Canada-Russia final showcasing the 2 most talked about prospects in the world. Canada's Shane Hollander and Russia's Ilya Rozanov. First, you've got Ottawa's own Shane Hollander. From everything we've seen and heard, he may not be the most sociable, but this is the kid with the highest hockey IQ out there.
Okay.
Incredibly smart, incredibly dedicated to the game, and incredibly fast.
And that shot.
Then you've got Russia's Ilya Rozanov. Strong on the puck.
Ilya,
And a strong
Shane.
skater.
And from everything we've heard, he really gets under other players' skins.
Good in his own room, not
Like
exactly
shit talking,
liked in
huh?
his opponent's room.
My kind of player.
Boston's kind of player too.
У тебя есть дела более важные. Ну нахуй тут распинаешь? Смотри на меня.
1 week later.
A heartbreaking loss for a young Canadian team still searching for
Damn, he was right.
incredible season for the teenage phenom Shane Holtz, and more importantly, Ilya Rozanov.
Oh, he's gonna say something really wild.
See what the drift.
Dick. Or 6 months later. Ooh, we skipping through time, huh? Seeing the origin of their rivalry.
Those numbers. Number 3's excited. There's 1. Where's number 2? There we go.
Oh no, always number 2. You know what this reminds me of?
I can't tell you how excited Montreal is about. Just to be clear,
I got
we are
C0's
thrilled
parents.
that Shane is Asian or Asian Canadian. Very thrilled. I mean, we've historically broken barriers, and we do it again. So
Why? Why would you just... Thanks. Thanks for your validation, sir. Oh my god. Holy shit. Let's keep going.
nothing to worry about there.
You certainly have. Part of how I came to feel Canadian. My dad would sit us down on Saturday nights.
He looks like he is drowning, by the way. Oh my god.
We're not passing on a kid this strong with those hands. Not in Boston, Mr. Rozanov. He's a very natural.
He can be, how you say, lazy.
Find that hard to believe the way he plays. I promise.
Wow! Just fucking terrible fuck experiences we're seeing. Wow! Oh my god. Oh, wow.
For you. I have no doubt you will, son.
That was a crazy you definitely see immediately why they both feel restless or stifled or uncomfortable in their current life. Oh, what I was gonna say earlier is that scene of their rivalry and the you know, first rivalry for first, etc., made me think of We Best Love, number 1 for you, and then We Best Love fighting Mr. Second, and the concept of like having a romance between the number 1 and the number 2 spot of some kind of competition. Like, as soon as he said number 2, I was like, it made me think of fighting Mr. Second. Hey, what's up? No, just gonna exercise again. Oh no, they're about to start competing for who can go faster on this bike. Oh God. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, Boston and Montreal play against each other often.
Ooh, not to zoom in on the crotch. All right. They're doing a great job with the tension. Oh, buddy. He is yearning.
Алексей. Слушай, тут такое дело. Ты можешь мне еще денежку кинуть?
Oh, goodness.
У меня больше нет денег, Алексей. Мой бонус закончился, братан. Ты бы...
Унылый ты педик, Илюшка.
Иди нахер.
Пошел, молодец.
The way I'm cutting you off.
Мы играем за золото. Но мы все сделаем.
A lot of pressure.
Не плевать на мы. Ты ему не проиграешь. Years in a row.
They lost. Oh, his dad's gonna be pissed. Oh, he's gonna say something snarky back. Oh, he's so happy.
Good. Okay, let's do that one more time. Great. Okay, one more time.
Nothing about to laugh.
Great. Okay, guys, just hold them.
I love the commercial to play up the concept of them being rivals. Like, they are rivals, and they have their own rivalry. But I love the concept that they're trying to play on that for marketing within this, you know, the league. Sorry, you're gonna have to take more of a break, because...
No, I can do it, I promise.
And 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Because they are not in the zone right now. You're making them do this over and over again, and it's fake.
And remember what else this means.
I remember.
A whole lot of kids are going to be looking up to you. Kids that don't see themselves here a lot.
No pressure. Yeah, but I totally should have paused to talk about this. I'm gonna pause here before we get into whatever this is about to be. What I was trying to say earlier, but I was getting distracted by the actual show, is that I like the concept of them having a public rivalry and then a private rivalry. And whereas the public rivalry to people outside of their bubble, it's this, heated in a different way. Really tumultuous thing that, represents the fight and might of their two teams and their two countries, et cetera, et cetera. And it's this facade that's not real that they have to fake in this commercial. And then their actual rivalry is definitely more friendly, and it's still important to both of them for a variety of reasons, but it's not what the public sees, and it's kind of this thing that's only for them. It's just always gonna hit, right? Like, that concept of being rivals is always just gonna hit. It's what made Bad Buddy a lot of fun too, if you've watched Bad Buddy, where they have everybody has this idea, this concept of their relationship and what they are. And because they have a secret relationship that they actually have that still is rivals, but it's just for them, and it creates this kind of specific bond that they have with each other that kind of closes around them like a protective shield. it's really fun to play around with that kind of dynamic, where you two in the bubble are like in on the joke, and everybody outside of it has absolutely no entry into your lives with each other. And it creates an immediate kind of intimacy, doesn't it? It creates an intimacy. It's really good. He's still staring. What we doing? Oh, suddenly struck it out of nowhere. Is anybody else gonna walk in?
We can forget that happened in there, okay?
I don't think he wants to.
Is what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you're a really big liar.
Truly. Cause what? you took 500 years to tell him not here, which automatically, first of all, that's a crazy thing to say in response to that, because not here implies that it would be okay somewhere else. So you immediately gave yourself away. Even if the staring at him while he did it didn't give yourself away, the not here definitely did.
The clock.
I might open.
Ooh.
I might knock.
All right, it's on, baby. He's like, fuck. He just get dressed up in a suit?
What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, are you going on a date? He's coming to your hotel. Your hotel room. He's so nervous. He's cute as hell. What time is it?
Oh, hello there. Oh, I'm trying to go down. Oh.
Do you want to sit? Not really.
This is such a bad idea.
What is?
Whatever's about to happen. Sorry, was his mom just here, or is she in another room next to him and she was going down? Because I'm afraid that his mom is going to ring the doorbell. We don't need that.
Was that bad?
Oh, no. Opposite. It's too much too good.
I like the communication, you guys.
Is your first time with the man? You?
No.
Really? I know. My coach's son back in Russia. I like trouble.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds like a lot of trouble. I can immediately see how messy that probably became. Oh,
Are you
buddy.
scared of getting caught? No. Curious.
Again, I like this communication.
Do I make you curious?
It's very sexy.
Would you like sucking my cock?
Those English words just roll off your tongue.
Right? He learned that.
You want me to,
Ooh, not about to fold his plate. Sir, be serious. Be serious. I like a considerate king.
not right for first time.
I like a considerate king because this is his first time going down on a man, and he didn't just shoot off in his mouth or some shit like that.
Неужели?
Yeah, he knows what it means to be in the closet.
Холодер, look, I'm not going to tell anyone. Okay?
It's okay. But I understand that he's nervous and there's a lot that's going into this, so I get it.
Said 40 goals. He's liar told you that. I said 50.
What a fucking asshole.
He said affectionately.
Yeah, my workout went longer than expected, then I got lost on this YouTube rabbit hole.
No, it's fine. I ordered for you salmon, brown rice. Okay, so I have very exciting news.
What's YouTube?
Rolex is in.
YouTube is like a video portal site.
I'm not convinced I know what any of those words mean.
So a rabbit hole is where you watch a video and then it keeps recommending.
Oh my god, it took me like 3 seconds, but yeah, it's 2008. Oh my god, I forgot. Why did I suddenly forget that it was 2008? Yes, YouTube is young. Wow. I'm like trying to. Shiny just debuted. So did Kesha, because remember Shiny and Kesha debuted the same year. Anyway, oh my god, yeah, this is when YouTube was just starting. Wow. It took me like 10. It took me 10 minutes to remember why he's like, what's YouTube? At first I thought he was just being funny, but I'm like, yeah, because it's not 2022 here, or 23 or 24, 25. You know?
Other videos and you just keep clicking them.
Sounds.
Well, what you should be watching are the ones about hockey.
I think keeping up with us.
Yeah, okay. What I was going to say before I got distracted by the YouTube discovery that I just had, I think it's kind of interesting how every time we have met his mother, the only thing she has had to say to her son is about his hockey career. Goodness. Like, at least the dad is trying to, like, be interested in what he just talked about. Like, why is every conversation with your son about hockey and his career and, you know, whether or not some, you know, brand deal is going to pan out? And it's giving, it's kind of giving, what's it called? Beauty pageant mom or something. Like, that's what she's giving.
Sounds relationship could go sideways pretty fast.
Oh, I saw a link today about Ilya Rozanov. And he said he meant 50. 50 goals.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, the nerve. Fuck him. I'm sorry, but I mean it. Okay.
Well, I'm
Imagine
trying.
he's better than you. Fuck him. Right up the butt.
Nah.
I'm sorry, but I said it.
Honestly.
I'm trying.
Et que penses-tu en comparaison à Tiger Woods et Serena Williams? Penses-tu partager les mêmes défis qu'eux, si on se comprend?
Je pense pas à des choses comme ça.
What a crazy. Why is every like question people put to him so out of pocket? So out of pocket.
Je suis super heureux de jouer au hockey pour les Metros.
Мистер Холландер, как это быть идеальным?
В порядке. Для чего на этот раз? Чтоб трахнуть тебя.
Yeah, and he can't say no because he knows that he's queer, which is dangerous for him.
Всегда какие-то тупые отговорки, Илья.
Как папа?
Твою мать, у тебя какая фигня с папой? Папа в порядке, Илья. Мы тут и без тебя проживем.
That's so tough.
Hollander
Like
versus
he's
Team
he's
Rosenov.
basically being
I'm sorry, I
blackmailed
read
by
that
his
wrong.
brother.
It's Team North America versus Team Europe. It's not subtle. Anytime.
General, to restore Boston to its former glory, and how much of that do you take on personally?
All right. He's struggling. Yeah.
Sorry, not to jump the gun here, but with Rosanov's permission, Cubs. And I want the same thing.
Yeah.
I want to be in the playoffs, and I want to win some cups. I feel pretty aligned with the fans because we want the same thing.
Same for me.
What he said.
Thanks for the assist, because he is having a terrible home life right now.
Yes, Shane Hollander and Ilya Rosenov.
You are homeless.
No,
Then we meet at your house.
it's an apartment.
Hollander, you are having panic attack.
It was going on, sir.
He's just a plan to fuck.
Yeah, calm down. It's okay. But it's his home turf. He could separate himself from it, right? Because it's all happening when he's traveling for the games, and it's always in hotels and stuff like that. But like bringing him back to his apartment is serious. That's real, you know? Like he can't separate him from his life. He can't separate Ilya from his life. He can't kind of compartmentalize them in their own little neat boxes. If he brings him to his own house, like that's different. Exchange numbers. We'll use a fake name for each number.
So what's my name gonna be?
Jane.
Ah! Ah! XO Lily. So I'm Lily, you're Jane.
2 feet of snow.
Ooh.
It's a night off, buddy. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, whatever.
Aww. Oh, you didn't text him?
Господи!
Сюрприз!
Светлана, я думал, ты вернулась в Москву. Что ты здесь делаешь?
Я вообще застаралась за тебя, но я уже об этом жалею.
Как ты узнала,
Что
что...
твою игру... Ну, козел.
So his girlfriend?
Ах, ты мне недостоин, мне пора.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. 4 months later.
And the nominees for Rookie of the Year are...
That better just be ginger ale, Rook.
It is Mr. Hunter. I wouldn't indulge in front of you. Thank
He's so... He's so... Why is he kind of super fucking cute? Because that was so earnest. I think he was being very legitimate in what he just said, which is crazy.
What would you say if me and some of the other old fucks? Hey, where's your boy Rosenov?
My what?
No, I mean not your boy. Just like it's always Hollander and Rosenov, right? I just thought.
I don't know where he is.
No worries, man. No worries. I'm sure someone else grabbed him.
Yeah, very nervous. So now that I know that he's the lead of another book, I know that he's gay as well, or queer. We don't know if he's gay, I guess, but this first episode has felt kind of like a short movie or like a short story.
I don't know if it's worth jumping over.
Worth the old done?
You couldn't even show your face down there.
Господи.
What was that?
Not everything is about you, Hollander.
So what is it then?
What the fuck do you want?
Nothing. I just wanted to see the view and get some air.
And what? You're this fucking view, Hollander. Check it out. Fuck.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
or go home in 3 days.
Okay.
No, I think he
Must
means
be nice.
home. No, it's fucking terrible. Well, I guess he doesn't know anything about him, so yeah. That's.
I guess I'll see you next season.
The handshake. I was thinking that wall is perfectly situated to kiss somebody against. Oop. Oh.
See you next season.
Messy. This is definitely a set, by the way. It's the lighting. Oh, that was the end of the first episode. All right. That was episode 1 of Heated Rivalry. It was a good start. Obviously, we got. It was interesting the way that they framed it as. I don't want to say framed it, but like they kind of got us caught up by just running through the season, the first year of them being together. You know, how they met each other, which was really nice and cute and awkward. And it was clearly because Shane had like a huge crush on Ilya and like wanted to meet him, and he like came up to him and was like, hi. And it was like really cute. And he obviously not just had a crush on him as a man, but probably actually first just had a crush on him as a fellow hockey member and was super impressed by him. And just kind of wanted to meet him and thought he was cool. And then, of course, the sexual attraction, I think, probably grew from that. But they did a great job of, like, building out this kind of... they are sort of rivals. They are rivals, but, like, they have an instant, immediate pull towards each other that they both felt, you know. And I think it's super interesting that we kind of got to their actual, like, intimate relationship quite early. And we kind of, like I said, we went through the entire first, season of them knowing each other. Sorry, when I say season, I mean like, hockey season. And they skipped to not being in a relationship, but it being in a situationship pretty immediately in this first episode. And so the rest of the series is going to be, it's not about them getting together by like the end of the season or even the middle of the season. It's like, no, they're going to get together here in this first episode, and it's going to be about them being in this like secret situationship. And what does that mean? How does that impact their lives? How does that change their lives? How does this relationship grow from just being a sometimes, sexual partner to something deeper and something more? I don't know. They did a good job of that. I'm super in. They also did a great job of showing exactly why their lives right now, separately, their individual lives are kind of shit. And why they might be drawn towards each other, and why there's these stressors in their own personal lives that make them seek out, comfort or an escape in each other and elsewhere. Yeah, they definitely did a good job setting up both their POVs. I liked it a lot. So I'm excited to see where we go. Like I said, when we met the other guy, Hunter, something like that, Scott Hunter, I think his name is. So I looked up who he was because I was like, oh, looks like it was probably some kind of hockey cameo. But no, it wasn't a hockey cameo. It was a reference to another of the series. The first one, I looked it up, and the series, first book in the series was Game Changer, or Game Changers, something like that. And I'm pretty sure he was one of the leads in Game Changers, which means that since this is in 2008, I guess I don't know the timeline. I don't want to say that, but like, because this is the second book, I'm assuming that the events in this book happened after the Game Changers book, which means that probably that guy is already with his, partner already by this point. And maybe it happened when he, when he was much younger in the game or something like that. I don't know. I guess like I said, I don't know the timeline, but I wonder if Game Changers is set during like the 90s or something, or maybe it's happening concurrently. I don't know. So I guess what we'll do for the series and for the show is probably start pulling in some of these other books and characters from the other books into the story, perhaps, and build out this kind of universe, this hockey universe that has a variety of characters. I guess I don't know how many seasons they plan on doing. Like I said, this first season was like 6 episodes, so I don't know how much of the book it's going to cover. But if it covers the full book, then I guess the second season is going to cover maybe other characters within the world, or maybe they're gonna weave this story in with one of the other books and kind of create a single narrative with all of them. Maybe. I guess we'll see. All right. I don't have too much else to say other than great job on building the intimacy between them and showing exactly why they connect with each other. Really like it. I like both the characters. I think they're both interesting. I think they both have really interesting personal lives that will lead us into a lot of drama. We're gonna get a lot of drama out of it, I think. I'm looking forward to watching the next episode. I'm gonna watch the next episode right now. I mean, I have time, so might as well. So we're gonna watch episode 2 of the show right after this. You guys are gonna see it a week apart on Patreon. And then I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do on YouTube, but I don't know if I'm going to release one episode at a time or just gonna release all of the episode, like a reaction, combined reaction of the entire show on YouTube, but we'll figure it out. We'll see. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Going over to Patreon if you're interested in full-length or early access to this show, as well as other shows I have on my channel. Just to let you know, I am filming this at the very end of December, right after this aired, meaning that you guys are not going to see this until January at the earliest. And then I don't know when you guys are going to see it on YouTube either, so we'll figure it out. But certainly you'll see it before season 2, so, and what else am I watching? I mostly watch Asian dramas and queer Asian dramas with usually a personal heavy preference for sci-fi fantasy, because that's my favorite genre of anything. Books, TV, movies, doesn't matter. Music even to a certain extent. I like sci-fi fantasy. So most of the stuff that I like to watch will be within that realm of queer or sci-fi fantasy or both. So what I'm watching right now, I'm about to start releasing Interview with the Vampire. on Patreon. They actually Interview with the Vampire, and this will probably be going up on Patreon around the same time, maybe a couple of weeks in between them. And I'm also going to be checking out, well, I also, like I said, watch a lot of Asian dramas, so I'll be checking out this sapphic show called Queendom. I've already watched the first few episodes of that, so that'll be going up on my Patreon soon too. I'm also going to be probably jumping into I don't want to promise Kinjira yet, because even though I started filming it, I haven't had time to sit down and watch it as much as I wanted to, so but hopefully soon. But Kinjira will also be coming out hopefully early in 2026. And then I think I want to pick up another GL, but I don't know what yet. So, you know, I'll figure it out. Maybe Clarabelle. I think I spoke about Clarabelle before, but maybe that one. Or I might pick up something else, some other GL. But I haven't figured it out. Or maybe I'll pick up a Western Sapphic show. Like, I might put this as a poll question, but I kind of want to watch Killing Eve. I have been completely spoiled on Killing Eve, but like the ending and stuff, but I haven't actually watched Killing Eve. So I kind of want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it if you guys aren't going to be interested in it, because I've already been spoiled by the ending, about the ending and stuff. But maybe there's another sapphic thing out there that I could watch that I haven't seen any of or been spoiled by. I guess we'll figure it out. All right, enough chatter about the channel. I'll go ahead and wrap it up, but I will see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.
Baby, it's whatever. All this ever, but you long gone, it don't matter.